dojos are at the center of this controversy. What's up, everybody? It's Dave from Team Rubalcava Network, TRN, Cobra Kai Theories and Reactions. What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for joining me on another episode breakdown. We are on episode 3. Let's see what it's called. Now You're Gonna Pay. Yeah, I had to write it down. Sorry, guys. I have them all listed right here. Sorry about that. Let me fix my headset. Welcome, guys. Hey, sorry for the delay. I know I put out a few of them. Today you should probably see all of them drop. So I had to work, so it kind of put a little bit of a delay, but by the end of today you should have all episodes of the breakdown ready, and I am gonna attempt to go back and recut up all of the reaction videos that I did as I filmed them live as I was watching. I'm gonna go back and try to recut them and put them back on YouTube. So if you didn't know this, a lot of them got blocked, and that's why I just kind of stopped and switched gears and started doing episode breakdowns instead. It is what it is. It happens sometimes, guys. Don't worry about it. It happens. So I will attempt. I can't tell you that it's gonna happen, but I will attempt within the next 48 hours to get those videos back up, at least some of them back up, because it was really amazing to watch it live and film it live, and I'm so heartbroken you guys don't get to see it, but I'm gonna do my best, and when I try, I usually make things happen. Let's hope that happens with those reaction videos. So then you'll get 10 breakdown and then 10 reaction videos. That's some crazy ass shit. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna try, guys. All right, enough jibber jabbering. Make sure, guys, to check out a lot of the creators that I follow and that I work with. All of their links are in the description. I accidentally deleted the slide that has them, so I'll try to call them all out. Let's see: Watch Party, Bonsai Kai Dojo, Cobra Kai Theory, Cobra Kai Companion, Cobra Kai Fandom. Who else do we have? Why am I feeling like I'm forgetting somebody? Darn it, I know I'm gonna forget somebody. That's why I have the slides, guys, because if I try to go by memory, I hope I didn't forget somebody. Somebody will call me out and tell me I forgot somebody, but let's jump into it. Maybe I'll find that slide. I don't know what the heck I did with it. I think I accidentally deleted it, so sorry, guys, but they're all in the description, so go check it out, guys. Show them some love. Tell them that TRN sent you over there. All these channels have showed me. Cobra Kai Kid, that was one of them. Okay, I don't know if I said that or not, but show them some love. Tell them that I sent you over there, and let's jump into the breakdown. So I will give you guys, there's spoilers in here. I'm not gonna put spoiler on every single one of the titles, because if you're searching for this content, I'm assuming you already saw it, and if you haven't seen all of season 3, then why the hell are you looking for titles about the episodes? So to me, I'm like, sorry, guys, I got some hate comments, and I'm like, hey, let me give you a spoiler. Don't click on videos if you haven't watched the season. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Go ahead and leave a comment below. But I'm like, why are you getting angry on my thumbnail when you're on YouTube searching for content about season 3? Am I right? I don't know. I'm just like, well, too bad, guys. So that was my spoiler alert. Don't look up videos. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. Let's jump into it. So season 3. Breakdown. So we're gonna do kind of almost a shot-by-shot breakdown of what's going on. Then we'll do a quick recap at the end and talk about it. And I'm trying, just so you guys know, I'm trying not to jump into further episodes. It's really hard because I know kind of things that happen, but I'm trying to focus just on the episode and some things that we learned. So I'll do my best to not do that. And if this is your first time watching the channel, I appreciate it. I love you guys. Appreciate the support. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. All right, and then flood me with comments. Just do it. I don't care. Do it. So when we open up with episode season 3, immediately I was like, oh no, this is not gonna end well at all. I'm like, okay, we're starting off with a sermon. Okay. Something is amiss right here. Something is a little bit odd. And boom, there you see it. Wait a minute. Just wait for it. It's probably gonna be Johnny. And who else shows up? Drunken Johnny, of course, the church. Now, I wish you guys could have seen my reaction to this, and hopefully you will in the future. I was like, oh, you know what? Johnny's gonna show up to church, drunk, which that in itself is like, oh my god. But then he starts talking about their past in Cobra Kai and all the things they've done. I'm like, oh my god, what is he doing? And then he get his leg swept and he lands on the ground. Okay, let's talk about this. So we know that Robbi's arc so far in the story is that he's in jail, our juvie. He's really upset with Daniel. This phone call we know is coming from Mr. LaRusso, Daniel, and just as expected, Robbi is still upset. And can you blame him? I guess from looking at his perspective, there he goes, he hangs up on Daniel. He feels like he was betrayed. Now, you can't give Robbi too much of a hard time for this. Yes, he did something bad, I get it, but he's still a kid. And he feels like somebody betrayed him. Like, if you did something and someone calls the cops on you, your first instinct is to blame them, not, oh, they were doing the right thing. He's like 17 years old. He's not gonna think like that, man. You didn't think like that when you were a teenager too, so don't give him so much of a hard time. And then we have this shithead show up. I said it, Mr. Tom Cole. Nice tie, by the way. I really like that tie. With Anush, which I immediately felt like, what is this traitor doing here? Like, what? Someone needs to, where's Louis at? Louis, get this guy out of here. That was my first instinct. And then we come later to understand that Tom Cole is coming over to try to get the LaRusso auto. He's using that bait and switch, kind of make them feel, drop some stuff in there, make them feel like their business is dying, which it is for a fact dying right now. We know that. No customer, they walk in, there's no customers in the showroom. Now we see Miguel is really beginning to have a tough time, sorry. I was thinking about Miguel would go dark, all those theories and all that kind of popped in my head right now, but we know he didn't. And then Sam shows up, and for this moment, man, I thought it was really sweet for Samantha to show up, to show that she still cares. I think this was the first time that she visited that he's aware of. I mean, she might have visited, we didn't see it, but we're just assuming she might have seen him when he was still in a coma, but at least he's awake right now. And you can just see in Miguel's face that he's just so lost and like just sad, like his soul, like if you just see it on his face, his soul is just so crushed right now with what's happened to him. I thought this was so cute, like the little car, you occupy my thoughts. I think that was such a cool little flashback thought to when they had a relationship and all that. And then who shows up? None other than Mr. Hawk himself. Now this explains this photo where we see him in the trailer. We knew somebody was there, right? I talked about it in one of the videos that we knew there was somebody else present, and it just happened to be Samantha LaRusso. And then he goes in, we see him, that's my boy. Everything looks good about their relationship at the moment. Now here we see LaRusso's with Mr. Tom Cole, also nicknamed Douchebag. I said it, Mr. Douchebag himself is there. And I mean, his arrogance, man, his arrogance. You know what his arrogance at this moment reminds me of? Daniel's arrogance in season 1. Like, look on that face, like, yeah, I got you. Especially when he did that to Johnny, raising his rent. That arrogant look. We saw it on Mr. Tom Cole himself. And now Louis finding out from Anush that something is amiss. Something is amiss, and one of the biggest auto dealerships, or I'm sorry, automakers, is pulling their contract from the LaRussos. And there's gonna be more to come about that when those slides show up. So here we go. We have the car wash. Sorry, I'm like distracted right now. The car wash going on. This has to be one of my favorite scenes, not because of all the bikini stuff. Come on, guys, grow up, be mature. I know you guys are mature, right? I know you're not. But actually, Chris, there it is. Oh my God, this is so hilarious. The look on this guy's face when Chris shows up, no shirt, leans on his windshield, and is like, oh my God, then gets his $20 yanked out. I gotta give credit to the writers for doing stuff like this. These are like those small moments that are just hysterical in Cobra Kai. Although Cobra Kai is a drama, there was hints and Easter eggs of comedy throughout the whole entire season. And then we see Hawk and his boys show up. So we already know that something bad is about to happen. Now when we see Robbi back in juvie, look at the picture right there. I made sure to get that screenshot. He knows Sam is talking about him. And this is where we finally see what happens to Robbi. We saw a flash of it in the trailer. For lack of a better word, he gets jumped. And so 5 people against 1 is really difficult. And unfortunately, we knew that this was going to kind of be the arc that happens to Robbi. He's kind of just trying to survive in there right now at this moment. He's not looking for a fight. He's just trying to stay in mind his own business. And he continues to be punked the entire time. And this is the result, that he finally gets beat up. And it was really tough to see that happen to Robbi. It was really tough to see somebody so strong be beaten down like that and made utterly defenseless. But he will find his redemption, right? We know he will. He will get his justice, if that's what you want to call it, I guess, justice in juvie. And here we see that the LaRusso's talking about the bad news and how they built this company. They want it to be successful. And here the LaRusso auto is at its breaking point. We know the fallout from season 2, episode 10. The fight has ultimately pushed the LaRusso's auto dealership to their breaking point. Nobody's there. The showroom, look at the showroom. It's completely empty. We know that his decisions, and I like how he looks at this tree, because his decisions have ultimately led to this. Now here's a great shot of Johnny thinking, okay, he's got to do something for Miguel. He's got to go see Sid, which we know had to be the most difficult thing that he's ever had to do. We know his relationship with him is horrible. We know he paid back that debt. And now he has to crawl back to Sid and ask for money. And I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but man, he was such a jerk. And I'm just like, oh, Johnny, I hope you punch him in the face. But we know he didn't, unfortunately. But it took a huge man to do that. And so Sid laughs him, get out of my house. And what does Johnny do? He takes something so he can pawn it. So I have to admit right here, guys, Hawk was starting to really get on my nerves. Like, his level of aggression towards Miyagi-Do, his payback on Miyagi-Do is very real. I mean, to steal the money, I mean, how low can you get to steal the money that they're raising for Miguel? We know they didn't steal it. They're gonna give it to him, but it's gonna be, you know, they wanted to put it in Cobra Kai's name. But how low do you have to get to do something like that? Now here we see Tom Cole coming back with the contract, expecting the LaRussos to sign it, and instead they leave a great signature, which we also call the middle finger. I have to admit, man, I was like, hell yeah, there's some fight left in the LaRussos. They're not just gonna sign away the deal. They're gonna fight for their dealership. And Daniel has made the choice to go back to Okinawa. Now, we were wondering why everyone showed up to the LaRusso home while all this was happening, and we finally get the answer. Oh man, they beat him up so bad. I was not expecting that to happen to him. I thought at least they would take the money, but not necessarily beat him like that. So the rift between those dojos is widening more. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And we see Johnny show up to the hospital, giving his donation. And who's there to see it? You guessed it, Carmen. Man, this is one of those things that I'm glad that Carmen saw this gesture. And he definitely did this gesture without assuming anybody would see it, just because he loves Miguel. He loves this boy so much. And I think this moment is when they both realize, you know, Carmen and Yaya, that he really loves him. And we see this shot now, that image of Yaya asking him, and now we understand what actually happened. Yaya's asking Johnny to come pray with them. Come pray with them. that Miguel needs Johnny. And we kind of knew this. I mean, if you watch the video I did on it, it's all in the body language, and she does say it in English for those of you that were saying, how is she gonna do it? Which I thought was ridiculous, dude. But she did go with Johnny back to pray with Miguel. Doyona International. So now we know. This was my theory a year and a half ago, guys. Go back and watch his. Go back and watch Daniel's prediction video from a year and a half ago. It was for business. Boom! You are welcome. Man, I'm pretty good at this prediction thing, man. A lot of stuff actually came true. Some didn't, but this one did. It had to do with his dealership and his business, because they ultimately signed a contract with Tom Cole himself, and the LaRusso dealership is in jeopardy because Doyona is one of their biggest contributors with cars, and if they lose that relationship, it's pretty much putting the LaRusso's business out of business, guys. So man, this slide is going for a long time. Tokyo, Japan. Yes, I must have put like 5 of them in a row. I wonder why it's not jumping to the next. All right, guys, and now we know why that slide stayed there, because it was the last slide of the show. So it was the end of that episode. So let's just chat a little bit, because this video is a little bit longer than I normally would. But this is such a great episode. We're starting to see some other layers of what's happening, some questions about the LaRusso auto dealership. We also see, Johnny, do some things to get some money for Miguel. Also talking with Bobby to help him maybe see Robbi in jail. We see a little bit about Robbi in juvie. So the wheels are starting to turn. We're starting to see, okay, it's widening. The episode is starting to definitely widen out and reach out to other aspects of the show, which we were anticipating. So I think this episode is one that's starting to get a lot of things in motion, and it's only episode 3. So let's stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. If you appreciate this, smash that like button, hit some comments in there. What was your favorite part of this episode? And stay tuned, because more are coming. All right, guys, until next time, we'll talk to you soon.